God calls each one of us. We may not see or hear Jesus in the way that Philip did in today's gospel, but Jesus still speaks to us in varied ways. One person who can attest to this is St. John Neumann. Known for his straightforward and humble way of speaking, he described his call to become a missionary as the result of studying the life of St. Paul and of Father Baraga, a modern-day missionary to North America. As a seminarian, John Neumann perceived the hand of God at work through his professor's instruction, the lives of priests who set off to other lands, and a fellow seminarian whom he shared a similar call to follow in the footsteps of the first apostles of Christ. How has God called you to follow him in your life? What are some of the ways that he's drawn you closer to him and to others who wish to follow him? So often, we get used to our particular vocation in life, and there is the possibility that we might lose an appreciation for how God has called us to a particular way of living. And I think every now and then, it's good to go back. It's good to go back and to remember the times that we have heard God call us. It could have been on a retreat. It could be in a class like John Neumann. It could be at a Mass or after a Mass. It could be listening to the Word of God, or perhaps in prayer. It could be talking to a family member or a friend. There are so many ways that God speaks to us. And likewise, we can recognize there are times when we are meant to be like Philip, who brought Nathanael to Jesus. Times when we are to share this friendship with God with others, even if at first they don't respond favorably. I think there's a very good lesson in how things unfolded in today's gospel. You see, Nathanael isn't sold on Philip's claim that Jesus is the Christ. And yet Philip doesn't give up. Instead, he invites Nathanael to come and see Jesus. We can do the same. Not trying to convince people solely on what God has done for us, but by inviting them to come and see what God can and will do for them. You know, I was, just telling a friend and recalling our former pastor, Father Neil Heary, at how good he was in inviting people to come and help in the parish. He'd usually get to is either coming into Mass or leaving Mass. And he was so kind, and he would speak with such sincerity while making that eye contact, and he always had your hand. My friend Tom and I agreed that Father Heary's holiness and his goodness conveyed that he was like Philip, inviting many to come and see Jesus through serving at our parish, Sacred Heart in Quincy. My brothers and sisters, in this new year, let us emulate Philip, St. John Neumann, and all those people like Father Heary who invite others to come and see Jesus.